Do is bestest.
The first roll, guys.
Hey, it's gonna be a good campaign.
Hell yeah.
I am speed.
Hell yeah.
I'm still looking at a white grid. Okay.
No worries.
Oh wow.
Hmm. That's wonderful. I am playing as Kai Broomlife. I am a water genasi. Yeah, I'm a water genasi swashbuckler. As Kai enters this inn, you notice that they just have this almost stupid smile on their face. They're just happy to be here, happy to live life, just ready to have a good time, you know? A time or two, yes. Indeed, indeed. For now, we'll just say mineral water, yeah. Your contraption never fails to astound me. And Wonderful. Yeah, they just take a big long gulp of water.
There might be a little bit of drum playing. Um, um, so upon first glance, it just looks like a weird bird. Um, a really big weird bird that's got various musical instruments on them and is wearing a cloak over and under her wings. Um,
Next to her stands, pardon me. Sorry. Going through like 14 things. Alright, there we go. Next to her stands a, roughly, 6 foot tall, light red skin with, uh, light red skin with black hair, fire genasi. That kind of looks around the room curiously. Uh, Somewhat skinny, but and yeah, looking around curiously, has a couple of books on his shirt to the right side of his belt and a few pouches on the left. And yeah, that's the hair almost looks like it's kind of floating slightly, but not too much. And yeah, looks about late 30s. And and wearing broken glasses that he's desperately trying to see through.
Currently, I see a bird person and someone with a similar heritage to my own, though in the same way, the exact opposite of mine. I'd assume a scholar, and based upon the fact that the bird person has instruments, some sort of musician? Wonderful.
Uh, yeah, I just turned. Baby, you
Yeah.
isn't this where we stayed?
Yeah. I think so.
All right, just double checking. Go up to the bartender. Hi. Could I get I just turn to like just turn to my right to Kai. Uh, Sorry, what's good here? Do you know?
Oh, yes, indeed. The whiskey is quite good here.
What's that?
It's 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 an alcoholic beverage.
Um, you you said alcoholic.
Correct.
All right. Um, sure. I don't think I've tried that yet. Okay. Could, could I try that just a smidge? Takes it, sips it. Hmm. No, I don't think so. But thank you.
It's
Uh,
not for everyone,
All
certainly.
right.
hmm. Is that what they call fire water?
I can't say I've heard of firewater, no.
I don't believe lava is edible.
I'm sorry.
Give me.
Lava is like very, very hot rocks, Katniss.
Oh, right. Hang on. Right. I remember you mentioning that. Okay. Thank you. Pulls out his journal and starts taking notes. And you see in comment, whiskey tastes bad.
When the whiskey kind of like touches your you drank it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He drank it, but didn't seem to like it.
You see like your body kind of warm up and like your hair just kind of flicks a bit. And your red glow kind of like glows a little bit more and then kind of dies back down.
And apparently makes me glow. Just about. Hi, sorry. I've been told that it's customary to introduce Cadmus.
Hi, good to meet you. And
And
your friend there, who you walked in with,
My name is Bella.
Bella.
I will stop the drumming and shake Kai's hand.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
I'm afraid I haven't met one of your kind before.
Based on the company you're currently keeping, you've met someone similar at least.
Oh, really?
No, uh, you're not
Where?
aware.
Where? Who?
You. Oh dear, oh dear.
Me?
You, yes. We're, well, based upon your traits, shall we say, you, much as I, are descended from some sort of genie.
Furiously begins scribbling down.
Your friend here seems to have taken on some sort of burning aspect. I myself am much more of a liquid aspect.
All right.
And then the bartender kind of comes up and just kind of like refills your drink again, Kai.
Wonderful, thank you. If you tried mineral water, it's quite nice.
I have. It has a bit of an aftertaste.
Bit. I enjoy it myself, but it's certainly not for everyone.
Right. Normal water, please.
And I will have the same.
Awesome.
And
Go
you
ahead.
see him like take off his glasses. Can't find anything. Do you know anywhere where I could find something to repair these? He holds up his spectacles that are like cracked all along. I can't see very well without them.
Dear, dear, dear. DM, would I have any knowledge of this?
There is a small place in this town of Trent. A small old lady by the name of Jewel, very short woman, who sells these little pendants and just does little kind of crafts with these kind of small jewels that she seems to have like procured. She's also kind of started to gather other wares as well, and glass is one of those.
It's yes, I've been here for pretty much all my life. There's this one fine merchant, Jewel. She deals mostly with gems and the like, but recently she's taken on more glassware. Uh, she might be able to mend your spectacles.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Thank you. Yeah. I'll just kind of write that down and uh, but seems content for the moment.
Wonderful.
How you said that you've been here your entire life.
Indeed, I've lived here in the city of Trent as long as I can remember. City? Village? I'm not always the best with words.
Cities kind of calling us big for this little thing.
Indeed. This small village. of Trent.
All right. You said that we are of similar lineage.
Just based upon your traits, correct?
Have you ever seen me?
Not you personally, no. In fact, seeing seeing another Genasi truly is a rare sight, I believe, for anyone, regardless of whether or not you are a Genasi.
All right. Genasi rare? Question mark. Huh.
You're only the second Genasi I've met other than myself.
Oh, you've met another.
Indeed.
Also, you said Genot. I'm sorry. Would you mind spelling that?
Yes. GENASSI.
S-I. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Oh, learn something new every day.
You hear, all of a sudden, a bit of a ruckus coming out from, like, outside the inn you're at right now. This little small tavern. And bursting through the door. And we see another character.
I'm not ready for this. Okay. Yeah. So coming in through the door is all like Aragorn style. You see a figure with like kind of a scowl, look of determination, human, dark hair, dark black beard, an eye patch, some scars on his face. Studded leather armor, and a lot of gear, looking like he kind of lives off the land. Kind of scans the room and finds the bartender. Kind of ignores you guys and goes like straight for him. Just then, I guess, if I understand what he sent me, and asks, "Have you seen my friend?" And starts describing Dave's character to him if he doesn't respond in the affirmative.
No. He was here like a week ago, but we don't see him like fortnights at a time, 10 days at a time. It's he hasn't been here a while. He might come by, but I don't believe so. What's going on? As he kind of looks at you, because he thinks that, like, if you're asking for somebody, then there's something's going on, and he does not know what to think.
Then yeah, I'll say it sounds like I found this. So if I understand right, so I'll start be like, I found a wolf den, and it's close and threatening the village, I assume. I need to find
You kind of like ponder a bit, thinking like, do I call him like a friend or a partner? Like, I don't.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
our
that's literally where I was at. Yeah, like I think he just like kind of chews on it, and then he just goes like traveling companion, I guess.
Yeah, and he's like,
but maybe even
yeah.
I figure like since he's clearly not saying that he's seen him, now I'm gonna like whirl over and because this sounds like it's a small place, like these people are probably close by the bar, and I'll like whirl around into these random strangers and just be like, "Have you seen him?" and start describing Dave's character to them, I guess.
That would any of us have seen him?
Nope.
Yeah.
No. Fuck,
Nope.
Okay.
Actually,
Wait, are we allowed to swear?
yes.
Okay.
That's what makes Critical Role cool, right? Yeah.
No, I just say swears and I just don't know it, so I'm not gonna restrict myself.
All right. Yeah. For this, fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. Okay. So. Um. So you turn to these characters, these individuals. What do you kind of say to them? Or can you repeat that? Sorry.
I guess like the first thing that I would probably ask these guys is if they've seen, my companion and describe his character. I guess they haven't. And then
No,
probably start kind of.
No, sorry. I'm not familiar with that many people here.
Unlike my new friend here, I am familiar with most people here, and I can't say the person you're describing is in any way similar to anyone I know.
Also, he said something about like a wolf's den near town.
Is it how close is close to what you just described, friend? He's talking to JJ's character.
DM, I feel like it's close. It's within probably a day's ride. Is that safe to assume?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, completely. I don't care if I cause a panic. I just, kind of whirl to him and just be like, it's, I found it, close by, and describe, where this is. And
Right.
normally I would just deal with it, but it's, there's like, there's a, and I don't know, nebulous details I don't know as a player.
Literally, you
I
guys
start
just made
describing.
it up. But there's probably 8 of them.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
a little bit of a task. But yeah.
I mean, and also here, because I like this moment, I'll be like, normally, like me and my partner in crime would like just deal with it ourselves, but like I think it's gonna be more than we can handle. And like he says this, and he's standing by himself. There's nobody else with him, but I think at this point you hear, because on his back he has on the top of like his backpack this chest, and you hear like this like pawing sound from like the inside, like something's trying to like get out. And it kind of like reaches behind and just clicks open the chest and opens it a little, and you see like this little furry cat face kind of peek out and over his shoulder.
How adorable.
I don't think
You
my
see-
mic's picking it up. I was trying to purr.
He just kind of like absentmindedly like scritches under her chin, like without really looking over his shoulder.
You seem to have a little friend there.
Yeah, this is Xiaoqua. She's a fancy lady, kind of says.
Lovely.
The door hits the side of the what's called the building as another character flies in, and this barkeep's like, "Wow, what is going on? This is well. Let me go get my wife, and maybe we can serve all of you until y'all get out of here or whatever. But wow, we got quite the rush today. What is going on?"
It's even I've seen it in years.
But yeah, Pink.
Oh my goodness. In walks a pretty large fellow, a very large purple furred minotaur, donned in some leather armor, red leather armor, and oh gosh. And he's got all sorts of knickknacks all over him, really. Carrying a large staff with him with a crescent tip. And I just barged into the tavern.
Yeah. This swinging door is kind of foreign, so you kind of like pushed it a little. It didn't open all the way. And you went, poof, and it went pa.
Oh dear. It looks like I've almost knocked off the door off its hinges. My apologies.
You're big.
And you're on fire?
Huh? And looks down at his arm, which is still glowing from the whiskey. Oh, sorry, that's what? Wow.
Wow to you too, my friend.
I can't say I've met or seen or heard of someone like you. You're
And
quite
I've never
intriguing.
met you either.
My name is Bella, and this is my friend Cadmus.
Hi.
Hello.
Good day to you. I'm Kai.
Hello, Kai. It's wonderful to meet you. You're quite blue.
Indeed I am. You're
Well,
rather purple.
yes. Well, my name is Kilgore, but don't be scared off by the name. I promise I won't kill or gore you.
That's comforting.
Hmm.
So like, do you all want anything to drink, or or you
Oh,
must be up? I don't know.
well,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
my apologies. Well, I was going to come in here and just have a seat to brew my own tea, but now I'm realizing that it might be kind of rude to do that. You are a business.
Yes, that is exactly right.
Do you
Uh,
provide your own selection then?
oh, we just got the one. It's a heavy lavender.
I can't wait to try it. How much is it?
1 copper.
Oh, I actually don't have a copper on me. Would you take gold?
Oh, these people who come from overseas. Yes, we have change. Give me a second.
My
As he goes
apologies.
back and he has like this big like pouch of like it just has like 10 gold pieces and it's in silvers, and then he's just like kind of sorting it out to give you the proper change and everything like that.
I'm a minotaur. If the large horns didn't make it obvious.
Get him. All right. So he kind of brings over this pot steamed, and just pours it over this sifter, after putting the lavender, and just gives you like keeps the pot there and puts the sifter on this like small little stand on the side.
Do you provide any refreshments as well? I've got money to spend.
Well, yeah, I mean, you already, yeah, you have the change now, of course. And he goes, refreshments, like small little, like we got pieces of meat and bread and a stew that's a little. It's been since lunchtime. We haven't done the dinner until an hour later.
Right. Um, I'll just take the bread, thank you.
Okay, of course, of course. Get you like half a piece of bread, and that's another copper.
Mm.
It's like this half a loaf, not like a slice.
Hmm.
Anything else for any of y'all today?
Do they serve fish? Can I pick up some snacks for Shakwa?
Yeah. They have like they check around. Fish a little bit more delicate, huh? And he kind of checks around, like, oh, yep, still on the block. And you see, like, kind of as he moved a box, there's like this ice block and a couple of things that need to be kept cold. Give me a second, I can prep this up. Unless if this is just for your friend, maybe just raw would be fine.
Yeah, I think that's how she'd prefer. Just enough for a treat for now. Nothing that would spoil on the road.
He was like, this is my last one. I can just what's it called? I can cut into sections and salt it.
He just like kind of puts down a gold piece because I think I'm still like kind of close by, and just be like, whatever makes that work for you, and just kind of goes back to the party. I think he's a little more focused on other things.
Gotcha. All right. He gets you kind of like this, like it's like parts of the fin and everything, and just like the head, just kind of all kind of packaged up very nicely, salted. But he takes out like 3 pieces, just fresh, just for the cat.
And she'll be like probably like out the chest, probably on the counter over there with him while I'm with these guys.
Yeah, yeah, of course. All right, so the bartender kind of like goes to the back, and then you see his wife kind of come back like, oh boy, we have a little bit more than I expected. Listen, my name's Danica. If you need anything, just let me know, okay?
Oh, it's lovely to see you again, Danica.
Of course, love to see you, Kai. Anyone need to top off of your drinks or anything like that?
Could I get a refill on my water skin?
Oh, of course, love. Give me one moment, or if you hand me the water skin, I can fill up for you.
Oh, here you go.
Okay.
Hands it over.
And leaves and comes back. Do you want this all together, or do you want me to keep it separate, or how would you like me? A couple familiar, a couple new faces here. For sure, for sure.
Is he asking who's paying?
Yeah, yes, of course, yes. I don't know if y'all want me to make sure to keep this in my mind so we don't have to keep exchanging coins, and maybe we can just kind of do it all at the end kind of thing.
I can pay for it all after everyone is done.
Oh, how lovely. I just can't wait. My name is Danica. If you need anything else, I'll be around. And heads back to fill up the water skin, and comes back eventually.
Kevin mistakes the water. Thank you.
All right. What did you say again?
Oh.
Joseph, what did you say? Sorry, I didn't
Oh,
pick it up.
sorry. Kevin takes the water skin. Thank you very much.
Of course, love. Of course, and heads away.
So to get things straight, has JJ introduced his character by name?
I do not believe
Nope.
so.
Nope.
Okay.
So, sorry, large man, you, what is your name? Looking at JJ's character.
Okay, yeah, I was waiting. I was like, are you talking to the Minotaur or me? 'Cause, like, I'm
Nope,
like
Minotaur.
5'10".
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said you were taller. Sorry.
Mm.
I don't think I look over to Bella. Did he say his name and I just didn't say it?
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
overhearing, I guess, like he'd kind of turn to you guys and be like, you can call me Solomon. And then I guess he'd probably turn his attention to the large minotaur and ask him if he's seen, and he describes Dave's character because he's looking for his traveling companion. He informs you for this wolf den. I need to find him, and I need help. He says that probably last part begrudgingly, and then you can't ever say I said that last part if we see.
I have a reputation to uphold.
And then I'm guessing Kilgore hasn't seen my friend. Is that correct?
Oh, I've only just arrived. And I don't know what your friend looks like.
Does a mentor have horns? Do you have horns?
Why, yes, they're right here on my head.
So like he kind of makes the little devil horns things with his fingers. He's like, okay, so he looks like me, my height, no horns, and starts kind of going through. I think like what, white beard, Dave, something like that. I don't really want to.
Salt and pepper, hair.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'll do
Heavy
a
set.
vague description. Yeah, human.
Human.
So a human man, heavy set, with a long white beard. I don't think I've seen anyone like that before.
It's like, yes, I need his help to kill wolves. Like he hears it in his head, like as you describe it, like it doesn't sound very.
Kill wolves.
Yes, Yes, there's a den very close to this village that would threaten the population. I had been tracking them. Someone had informed me there was a rumor that they had assaulted gatherers in the forest and were growing bolder.
Oh dear. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but honestly, I don't think killing them would be necessary. Need you only talk to them?
Talk to wolves?
I don't believe most have that ability.
Really?
I've only met one who ever did.
Well, Solomon, I guess, goes like, well, I'm planning to talk to him, just maybe not like we are. Kind of says, like, thumbing the side of his short sword on his belt.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to help you.
Bella is gonna turn to Cadmus and say, what do you say? Do you want to go help too?
If you're going, then sure.
Alright, then I'll turn to Solomon and say, Solomon, Cadmus, and I would be happy to come help as well.
I found a few things in here, and he pulls out the other book on his the one that is very clearly not a journal. I found a few things in here that might actually be helpful. Like this one and this, and he proceeds to go into details about certain spells in his spellbook that he doesn't realize he's explaining at like a doctorate professor level.
You just see, like, under his breath, you'd hear Solomon go, great, another talker.
I'm sorry. Puts the book away. Sorry. My bad.
Well, if far. I know this area, however. I think it would be best if I join you as well, Solomon.
Well, if any of you are offering, I wouldn't turn down any help, especially if I can't find my And every time he keeps not knowing what word to use.
I believe the word you're looking for is friend.
No, and he says it really quickly. No, no,
Oh dear.
no.
Oh. All right.
What's it
Well,
called?
Believe
does
me,
your
you can-
friend have a name? Or, excuse me, not your friend. This person you're trying to find, does he have a name?
Damascus, what's it called? Danica kind of comes and interjects and says, Damascus asked me to just let you know that he overheard the glass talk, and Lady Jewel's about to kind of close up shop. So if you want to potentially get a lead on your friend or the glass selling, you should go over to see her.
Which way?
And she kind of like points through a window, and you see just a tiny little hut with like leaves kind of like flowing over it. Like there's a bunch of like trees like growing in the back, but they're so huge that the branches have fallen, like laying on top of the roof. And you just see kind of like this small cutout of a door. Anyone taller than 6 foot would have issues kind of walking in. This door is very kind of like duck down kind of thing.
Thank you. Be right back. And Cadmus dashes out the door.
Okay.
Bella is gonna follow after him.
Danica's like, are you coming back?
Bella will throw down however much coin is appropriate.
Right now it's like 3 copper, I think, if I'm putting everything into account properly.
Alright. She's just gonna put a whole silver coin on the counter.
All right. As you walk out, you see a small. You want to say gnome, but this lady looks like just a human, but very petite. This old lady. And she's like kind of, you see her like jingling her keys, like kind of working towards closing up the shop.
Hi, would you be Jewel?
Yeah, yes, of course. Yes, that's me.
Oh,
You're very bright. Readjust
Sorry,
her
and
giant glasses.
and he tries to he takes a couple of deep breaths, and you see the light that is emanating like actually dim to like to a more normal, non-heightened emotion state. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Would you happen to be selling any glass that I might be able to use to repair these? And he holds up his spectacles.
And she holds up her
Fortunately-
spectacles and was like, huh, it's some high quality. And she kind of like grabs your glasses and starts kind of like feeling the material and the frame and like, okay, maybe. Give me a second. And she goes back, opens up the door. Kind of hear her walk in, and all you hear is, as she cracks like, that was the last one.
Do you need any help?
It's too late. And she kind of comes back with your glasses and gives them back to you. Those were the perfect pair too. Anyways, there is a man kind of lives a bit away from the main town. You might go ask him. He's the one that brings me the stuff. The glass. Nothing else. Definitely nothing else.
I kind of look at her, like somewhat suspiciously, but that very quickly passes. All right. Thank you. Where would I find him? You said just outside of town.
And she points, and there's um, past. She kind of points down like this dirt path. She's like, you follow that, you get to the twin boulders. You take a right. You keep going. you're going to see the rock that looks like a man trying to punch somebody, and then you keep going, and then you'll see the beach. Where were you going again?
To the man that brings you the glass. So
Oh, the glass! Yes, I love that man. That man's so nice to me. What about him?
Where would I find him?
Huh?
Where would I find the man that brings you the glass?
Oh yes, the glass. I broke my last one. You're gonna have to find the man with the glass. You go down, and she points in the opposite direction, that road, and climb that mountain. And I think I've seen him very huffing and puffing. It's kind of crazy. You'd think if you climbed mountains, you'd be in better shape. But man, that man could put away a mutton in my. Yeah. Who are you? Who's your giant bird friend? Please don't eat me.
I would never.
We're simply looking for a way to repair my glasses.
I didn't know I could speak to animals. This is crazy. Yeah, no, you go up to him, he will find you I mean, he sells it. He'll find your glass.
Can
The
you
one at the
point?
beach or the one on the mountain?
The mountain. You go that way. You're not listening?
Oh, we were listening, ma'am. We just wanted to make sure we heard correctly.
Okay,
Thank
of
you.
course. No worries.
Thank you.
Of course. He goes back and she's jingling her keys and she goes and just like scratching up the front and then finally clicks it in and closes and locks it. And she starts heading like to a different part of town.
I'm not really certain that that advice is going to be helpful at all.
Oh my goodness, that man's on fire!
DM.
I'm saying this solely to BB, by the way.
Yeah.
No, she turned around and saw it. Anyways, what were we saying?
On my big old adventures through the sky along the beach,
Yes.
have I seen anything similar to this?
Not
Any like built things?
You have noticed some smoke from the mountain she kind of pointed to. And it kind of like every time you kind of go in to look closer, it just looks like foliage. And by the time you get there, the smoke kind of disappears.
All right.
That's so loud. Thank you.
I think at this point, Kai comes out of the tavern, having finished their drink. It's like, I guess you've met Jewel.
Indeed.
She, what exactly did she tell you?
First, she told us to go to the beach,
Mm-hmm.
and then she told us to go to the mountain.
The mountain. Oh, based on the smoke that seems to billow up from the mountain, I'd assume you'd probably be better going to the mountain.
Okay. I'd just like to be able to see further than about 50, 60 feet without having to squint.
It is nice not having to squint.
Indeed.
I was thinking of something that I was gonna say, and I just got completely distracted.
You're good.
All right. Well, let's see. Solomon, was it? You needed some help with wolves or something?
Yeah, if you're offering any extra hands to help, I'd appreciate it since I can't find my usual help.
Who, do you have any idea where your usual help might be? I mean, wouldn't you be worried about them if?
No, generally I don't worry about them. More don't really care if I see them again, but unfortunately I can't handle this myself. So I kind of found a little bit of his trail. He kind of travels around and led me here to this village. Figure I'd start with the inn. He is known to have done business in this town.
Hmm.
But I'm more worried about the wolves and the village than finding him. He can, as much as I don't care, he can handle himself enough to at least limp back here or somewhere safe.
I just look at Bella. I mean, whatever you want to do.
I guess he turns to Kilgore too and says, "Well, how about you? You said you fancy talking to wolves. You think you can do something without
Well, of course,
it
I'm more
getting
than willing to
sharp?"
help. You need only point me in the right direction, of course.
Well, I was planning on heading out pretty quick. It kind of looks at the rest of you. Do you have any business to tie up before we go?
I look at Jewel's store. Not anymore.
All right. And he kind of like looks over to where the counter was with Xiaoqua and the fish, and he like clicks his teeth like, "Xiaoqua, let's go." And Cat probably like skirts up into the chest with the bits of fish. And he just turns and leaves. Doesn't even go to grab whatever the guy prepared for him or any change.
Okay. Your patronage is appreciated.
Already through the doors.
Yep.
We'll certainly return.
All right. Where y'all heading?
Following Solomon.
Yeah.
Solomon.
Once we get
Yes,
out
yeah.
of town, Bella will fly above them.
Oh my.
Those wings are for function and not form. How lovely.
Oh yeah, she's pretty good.
Bella cannot hear any of this.
Bit of an aerial acrobat, that one.
How lovely. I fancy myself a bit of an acrobat here on the ground.
Oh really?
Indeed. I believe this is neither the time nor place to show it off, however.
You see that the forest gets a little bit more sparse as you head out, and you head towards, or Solomon leads y'all to where you've tracked him. This takes roughly about a day's travel. I want everyone to just roll me. Actually, who's got the highest survival check or modifier?
Might be me. I have a
Um,
3.
I have a 3 as well.
4.
Ah, flex.
Certainly not myself.
It's kind of my specialty.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
Whoever wants to roll that, I want 2 rolls from the party. Y'all choose who's gonna do first and who's gonna do second.
Would it be alright if I helped?
2 survivals.
Yeah, you can help.
Okay.
Definitely the druid can help, whichever role for sure.
Oh dear.
Well,
And then do
Did someone help you?
you want a
Right?
straight roll then?
I thought
Well,
you were-
yeah. I'll help him and then he can help me. Will you? Is that cool? Or?
Yeah, one of y'all will take the lead. The other one takes the lead on the second thing. Okay, yeah, I'll say it.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Okay.
All right. So, Kilgore, you kind of pick up what Solomon had been following with his help, and you guys follow the tracks without any trouble. Solomon, the second roll, y'all didn't have any issues with finding any food in the nearby surrounding areas or any plants and berries and things like that. Yeah. Y'all take y'all's rest. Y'all make a watch. I'm not trying to get Dave in here. And yeah, y'all make it to the wolves' den. I'm gonna say roughly the tree line away from the den is 80 feet away from where the cove is. Yes, a day just passed. And you see that there's one wolf kind of patrolling the front, and a couple other are kind of like still kind of resting. From everyone to roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's my second natural 20 of the day.
Would I get my thing?
Oh dear.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll it. Oh, it's the same. Okay.
Exactly. I love it.
All right. So, Kai, let's see, 15 to 20. Y'all see that you can't see back into the corners of this thing. You see one patrolling out front, and you only see up to like 3 in there, kind of out in the front. You know that this den probably goes further, but with the natural 20, Kai, you see that there's like nothing past it, and you kind of like feel the air change, and like your skin ripples a bit, because you're water. Anyways, and you feel like the whole temperature change, and you notice that Solomon said 8. You only see 4, and you kind of turn your head, and there's like 2 of them just waiting for y'all to attack the first, or like 2 and 2 on each side, like 40 feet out. If you make a move to say something, or if you let them know you know, the combat's gonna start.
Okay.
So tell me, what do you do?
Ugh. Perhaps we shouldn't be too hasty. maybe we should take our time. Solomon, would you happen to know of another way in, or is this the only entrance?
DM.
This is the only one. You tracked it to this spot. You haven't had time. You didn't want to get too close to this area because then they'll know you know, and they'll have to run away to another spot. So you hadn't had time to kind of take a good look around.
It's the only one I know of.
Yeah, yeah.
Problem.
There might be. I wouldn't recommend that you look. Perhaps we back away for the moment. Try and find another way in.
Alex scrunches his brow. He doesn't really understand why we're here. This is what we came for.
Indeed, there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of how Kai would phrase this.
I know, and I'm making sure nobody notices. Nothing yet. Take your time, though. And I will keep hitting that d20.
True. For the moment, let's just back away. I'll explain when we're further.
Will I trust your judgment?
All right.
Just kind of a scowl the whole time, but just kind of puts his hands up.
I know this wasn't of your choice, Solomon.
I could still speak to them if you'd like.
That might be necessary.
No, I'm not quite sure of what to say. Your friend is here, yes?
Oh, but probably remnants of people are.
Oh dear. Well, I hope not.
So, well, you kind of see him try to think about it and kind of imagine. He's still in mostly one piece. It wouldn't be a loss.
It would take me some time to cast this spell in order for me to speak with them, but I could also just do it immediately if you'd like.
Well, before that, maybe we should talk about what if they ain't the talking type.
I suppose I didn't consider
then?
that. I don't think I have.
Sadly, if that is the case, then we'll have to engage.
I've found that most wolves that I've encountered were bite first, don't ask questions ever.
Clicks his nose and or clicks his teeth and taps his nose at Bella. I find most monsters appreciate the conversation of steel. Kind of cuts through all the delicate language, makes them understand.
Perhaps
This can't be here anymore. It's too close to the village. He's pointing at the wolves in the den.
You're saying
Now is
Mm-hmm.
out here. Solomon says I was going to find my friend in town to bring him out here to kill these things. If you got another solution, I'm open to it. But I still think that's going to be the way it goes. So
Yes. Ritual casting is 10 minutes. Sorry.
I'd rather us not have to risk any damage currently. But if it is the case, then it is the case.
Hmm.
Well, A kind of looks at Kilgore. Suppose right now it's your call.
Okay. 5 max HP for the next hour. Well, thank you. That feels quite nice. In terms of that, I'm going to cast first time spellcaster, guys. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing. Wish me luck.
Best of luck to you.
I'm going to walk forward a bit more out into the clearing
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Hello, friends."
As soon as you say, walk out, kind of like very cordially, you see two of them dash out and go, like mouths agape, and you start hearing them. What do you want, Purple Bull? Wolves can see color in my world. How about that? Anyways.
Well, why not? Well, I'm only looking for somebody, and I think you may have seen them.
Them? No. What do you speak of them?
A larger fellow with a long white beard. Have you seen anyone like that?
And you see the just fangs just kind of like still, and you see saliva just kind of dripping down, just like, oh, you speak weird. What? This man? We see many kind of man.
Well, I think I'm quite articulate, but in any matter, that's kind of the only description I have of him. I don't really know much about him. I don't even think I know his name. Do you know his name?
Are you asking the wolves to know the man's name, or?
Well, of course.
Oh, he goes, we don't know man like this. We know of wibbly wobbly man who use stick to walk. We know man who makes loud boom in mountains. We know of man who likes to sit out and enjoy the sun sometimes. What man?
Well, that
These all
sounds
men
quite
have
lovely.
beards, white bushy fur on face.
Yes. Well, I suppose with what information I've given you, you may not have seen him. But there's also another matter I must address with you.
What be it?
I've heard from a new friend, but also not friend of mine, that perhaps you've been expanding your territory and attacking people.
Oh, not us, not our kind. Other like us.
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
They have master. We know no master. We know only the pack.
A master, like a wolf?
No.
No?
They speak of one of them. The I'm about to say bipedal. The bipedal kind.
Oh, like people.
They speak of them like people, but more.
Hmm. Well, it's good to know that you wouldn't attack innocent people.
People
I'm sure
dangerous.
that is true, but not if you make friends, of course. Am I dangerous?
Not everyone that seems nice are not dangerous.
Well, I don't think that's true. I have a bunch of new friends. They seem quite nice.
Mm.
And equally as dangerous.
You see, they look at you and they're like, stare deeply into your eyes. You see, like, the glistening of the back of their retinas just kind of bounce the light back into this mirror-like glare. And they're like, you trust us? You trust us?
Well, only if you trust me, of course. I hope I'm not stepping over any boundaries.
The wolf opens its mouth very wide and waits.
Do you want food?
Trust us. Show it.
Trust you.
Put hand in mouth.
Oh. I guess you had to quite literally spell it out for me, didn't you? Well, I suppose I could trust you. We've had a lovely conversation so far, and you're not attacking innocent people as you say so. I will very gently put my hands in his mouth. Well, one hand.
Gotcha.
Oh.
That's for something else. Don't worry about it.
Is this a ritual of some kind? Like a best friend ritual?
You feel the hot breath on your fingertips. The drool kind of slips between your fingers as y'all stand there for a moment in kind of complete silence. Dave, your character sees this. What does your character do?
Well, he's preparing for some hostile action. But as this has progressed to the point it is, I think he's going to continue to observe.
Okay. You see the wolf kind of slowly put its teeth down, kind of sliding and touching the tops of your fingers as it kind of moves its mouth away from your hand. You different.
I will take that as a compliment. Though your breath is quite hot. I would like to say I'd bring you some toothbrushes later, but unfortunately you don't have opposable thumbs to use them.
The wolf looks like, now please leave. And you hear the wolf go, whoop. And you see like two others kind of fall out from the bushes. And then between y'all's legs, everybody who's back, see four more kind of slide between y'all.
Cadmus jumps. And like, it just jumps to the side.
Okay, question.
Yes.
Does it hurt when I touch Cadmus?
Depends where. It's a little warm for sure.
Emotionally?
Okay.
We all need comfort from time to time.
Kai just says through gritted teeth, "This is what I was trying to get us to avoid."
Solomon doesn't say anything. He's just, nope, you go.
Does do I see JJ's character in this group?
I think you can roll me a perception check.
I don't want to until I've introduced myself.
Okay.
You can roll it to DM.
Oh, okay. How do I do that?
Do you want to do
go
it?
into settings?
Oh
Well,
gosh, really? I can't just type something?
Well,
Here, one sec.
You can't.
Well, also won't the roll just show
in...
Dave?
Huh?
Will the roll just show Dave anyways?
It depends what you put in your sheet.
Are you
You
set
can
to
click
Dave?
add.
Yeah,
in
I've
the
got it
chat?
on Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be good then.
Okay.
Nice.
Did I
That'll
do
work.
it? Did
Yeah,
I
you see,
type
you
it
see him.
right?
You see him.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now is there separation between wolves and the group?
Yeah, they're kind of gathering there's like 12 of them in all, and they're kind of walking themselves back to the cave and starts to like pick up like dead rat or not like dead carcasses from like a last feast and trying to like gather things up kind of thing. Just
Okay.
finishing up a meal and trying to get moving.
Okay. I will approach JJ's character and the party from the nearby woods.
All
Who the
right.
fuck are you?
Well met. Well met. Solomon.
Kind of grumbles. If I had known you were here, I wouldn't have wasted time. He kind of says more to himself than anything.
I should have known you'd be tracking him. Been on him a few days now. You've made friends. Good for you. Didn't think you the type.
You sure don't seem like.
What was that, feathered lass?
Y'all sure don't seem like friends. I guess Solomon was correct.
Oh, friends wouldn't be the word, no.
Well, my name is
Still on them.
Bella, and this is Cadmus, motioning towards Fireboy.
Nods. Nods.
What's your name?
The name's Ismark. Ismark Kolyanovich.
Well,
Do
met,
I
stranger.
do I recognize?
You recognize the name, BB.
Are you the Ismark?
Well, I'm sure there's many Ismark. I've never met more than one, but I'm sure they're out there.
Companions of workshopping it? Who defeated Strahd?
You see like a pretty visceral reaction to the mention of Strahd. And then a frown at why you would know those names. Might be a companion of workshopping it, might be a little bit strong, acquaintance perhaps. Do I know you?
I am under the tutelage of Not and May.
Ah. Good folk. Really helped me and my sister out.
I can't believe I just met you.
Wow, it's a pleasure. You said Bella?
Yeah,
It's a pleasure to meet you, Bella.
it's a pleasure to meet you too, Mr. Ismark.
Oh, Ismark will be just fine.
Wait, what's this word? Sorry, I'm behind on I'll save my questions for later.
And he looks at those that haven't provided their names yet with kind of a look of expectation.
Well met, stranger. I go by Kai.
A polite nod. Is that everybody? Oh, and he turns his eyes towards Kilgore.
Oh, I thought I was quite a distance away.
Oh, are you?
A
With
little.
my hand in Wolf's mouth.
Oh no, they took that out of the mouth. You're not.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
it was
good.
starting to get awkward.
His hand's just standing there.
They are taking you back to your back to the cave. You are dinner.
My friends would never eat me.
The name's Ismark.
Well, hello, Ismark. My name is Kilgore.
Kilgore. A fine name.
Thank you.
You're all out hunting wolves with Solomon.
In a sense, hunting, yes.
He said that that I needed help. Figured we'd help him out.
Good. Solomon could use all the help he could get.
Needed's a strong word. I believe they volunteered to save the village when I informed them of my not being able to find you. He kind of trails off, refusing to look in your direction.
Cadmus pulls out his journal, and you see like kind of a shorthand transcript of the conversation. No, it says that you came back to town looking for your not friend here because you said that you think you might need help taking care of the wolves.
Yep, that tracks.
Looking at you the whole time, just like a frown, be like, shakes his head.
I lean over to Bella. Was I not supposed to do that?
No, it stands to reason that old Solomon here would need my help for such a matter.
I feel like I fucked up.
It's all right, Cadmus.
Well, since you were here and the wolves are still here, I guess now that help has arrived for you, we can help you.
Yeah,
What have
I
you seen? Yeah.
I was just about to intervene in a hostile manner until I saw this purple fella here.
Kilgore.
You know, Kilgore. That's right, Kilgore here. Trying to connect with the beasts.
Trying. I think I've quite succeeded. They're great friends.
What did you learn?
They do not eat people. And they don't know you.
So they lie, says Solomon. Just
What do you mean?
Haven't known wolves to be the most reliable of sources.
I don't think you've spoken to many wolves.
Depends what your definition of spoken is.
I actually don't have a dictionary on hand. Do you?
A what?
A dictionary. It's
I never heard of it.
defining words.
Who?
Now I'm confused.
Don't know any dictionary. Never met him. So what? You're trying to tell me these are nice wolves that aren't gonna eat the villagers' sheep?
Well, they say so, yes. And we had quite the bond, the whole hand-in-mouth thing. I don't understand their culture, but I put great respect in it.
I would not put it past wolves to lie.
Never known a wolf in my life. I have no opinions on this subject.
well, did they? Because they started going in the cave, right? It's like, what did they say where they were gonna pack up and move out then? Because they can't be here anymore.
Yeah, did they agree to find their den elsewhere?
They are moving dens, from what you all can see, for sure.
Nice.
I told you it'd work.
Well done,
That is-
Kilgore.
That is fair. He did say so.
Nothing can't be solved with a pleasant conversation.
You haven't been from where I'm from.
Solomon just gives Ismark a look when you say that. Like,
I have to agree with Mr. Ismark here.
I don't understand. Where are you from?
Yes, there's quite a bit of history here. Ismark defers to Bella.
A isolated land that was ruled over by a very long time by a very evil vampire who had armies of werewolves and vampires and other nasty ghoulies working for him.
Vampires, werewolves, and ghoulies. Oh my.
Oh my. Sounds quite a mess.
Is that this Barvia place that you were telling? No, sorry, Barovia.
Yes.
Okay.
Good wine, though. Good wine.
I must agree.
And it was a dark master, you said?
Formerly.
He is quite dead now.
Oh dear, how unfortunate.
How
What?
unfortunate.
Wouldn't that be fortunate?
Why would you find peace in somebody's death?
Ismark goes for a walk.
He was someone that killed and enslaved thousands over many years and kept everyone in constant fear.
Well, perhaps you could have spoken to him. Perhaps he had some sort of
I do
long-standing
believe
emotional issues.
I do believe they tried, but he was not worth saving anyways.
Oh. That's quite depressing, I must be honest.
Sadly, many things are as fate determines them to be.
I will perhaps tell you more at another time.
I would love to hear more stories from you, Bella.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I would be happy to tell you them.
She tells great stories.
Just, a short distance away from the party as Ismark was blowing off steam. And Solomon follows after Ismark. Ismark will turn to Solomon and be like, "Did you bring a bunch of pacifists here to kill wolves?"
They seemed pretty eager at the time. I didn't really know they would be wanting to talk to him, but it kind of like looks to make sure that nobody hears. I kind of think that. Go ahead.
I'd like to make a roll to see if I heard what Ismark said. Could I do that?
How far did you go off, Dave?
Well, I said in chat that I stayed within earshot, so
Okay.
I
Well,
think it's
yep.
reasonable.
I have a 14 passive wisdom, if that makes
As
sense.
do I.
16.
Oh my.
How quiet are you trying to be quiet, or is it kind of more of like
Yeah.
grumbled? Okay.
Ismark is trying to be quiet, but he's also like peeved and steamed, so he's probably not as whispered as he might think he is.
Then I'll give it a 16. So I think whoever rolled the 16 is good. Heard it.
That'll be Bella.
Well, what are we supposed to do? Track down a bunch of wolves and play patty cake with them?
Well, to be honest, I think the most pacifist once swords come out, they lose that way of thinking real quick. And he kind of like gestures over to Kilgore, and like, besides, I think the big fella would have scared off a few. And I could have killed, could have dealt with them. Use them as a distraction if it came to it.
Sure. Yeah. It's just makes me a little uneasy.
Bella, why do you think they're looking at me?
Well,
Yeah.
because you are quite large and they believe you to be an excellent fighter.
I will take that as a compliment. You don't think I've upset him too badly, do you?
I believe you have royally pissed him off.
Oh no. I've been a bad friend.
It is all right.
No. He was clear. We're not friends, but that does mean that
Oh,
you don't have to worry about being a bad friend, right?
well, I don't want to be a bad
Indeed,
person.
you
No, you're a good person.
you
Ilgo,
can.
you've done
Thank
nothing
you.
wrong, certainly.
Well, I did upset him. I find that quite wrong. Maybe I should go up and talk to him. Yes?
I believe that would be up to you.
I don't think I'm quite good with social cues.
Now he's looking over here.
Yeah.
Here, look over there. I'm gonna point in this direction.
Oh, what's over there?
Oh, they're pointing at something. Maybe they see another threat. I
What
mean,
are we
it's
looking at?
dangerous out in here in the woods.
Perhaps
Making
we should figure out what is going on with the wolves and regroup.
Wait, so what all did they say, Kilgore?
That. Oh dear. Now I've been bad friends with the wolves. I don't quite remember. We're good friends, I promise. They don't eat people, and they are wolves. I didn't ask his name. I'm really off my game today.
Do you still have your spell up?
It only lasts for it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I need to get good about switching that. Oh my.
All right. As the wolves bugger off, do y'all head back to Trent?
So, wait. So have there been wolf attacks in Trent?
Near Trent, for sure.
Wait. So, all right. So since there have been wolf attacks, and they said that they didn't. Do you think there's another pack of
Oh,
wolves?
now I remember. They said it wasn't them who led the attacks on the people here. It was another wolf tribe. They weren't quite specific with it. A bipedal group with some sort of master controlling them. Similarly to the one he's upset about me commenting on. And he being Ismark.
So is Mark hearing this?
I mean, they are
I'm
in
not
an
being
earshot. You definitely hear your
Full attention. Like Ismark like kind of shoulders into leading with his belly back into like the group and looks expectantly at Kilgore like to keep feeding the information. What's this?
Oh, yes, Ismark. I wanted to tell you, I am very sorry for upsetting you.
Yeah. You said something about
It's
a master?
it's very important for me to make sure that you feel okay. How do you feel?
Okay. Listen about these wolves.
Oh, yes, they're very good people. Well, wolves, that is. But they told me about some kind of group that were possibly wolves, but maybe not wolves because they walk on 2 feet. He struggled to say the word bipedal. I don't think wolves have access to dictionaries.
Never met him. Hey, anyways, these I mean this is sounding very potentially familiar to Ismark. He's kind of like making eyes with Solomon and perhaps a bit from Bella, knowing where she's from. Bipedal, maybe wolves, you say?
Maybe wolf related, wolf adjacent. Do you know these words?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I know all the words.
Oh my goodness. You'll have to share every word you know with me later. But first, I must admit a very dark grave secret with you.
Okay.
I did not ask for directions to this supposed dangerous wolf clan.
Okay. He kind of like looks over his shoulder. Wolves are gone.
Yeah, they had left. Y'all had a long conversation. They had walked off.
Okay.
It got bored.
Yeah.
What's up?
Can I do this to a wolf?
That's a good question. It's a creature, right? That's part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna try this.
Okay.
Bella is gonna pull out her hand and pull something out of her little bag in her hand, and she's gonna point towards where the wolves went, and she's thinking of the one that Kilgore was talking to.
Okay.
And she's gonna whisper, "Could we get directions to that master you were talking about?"
And then, okay. And then you hear, oh, 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 oh,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
oh.
Is this news of another potential threat? Is it news to Ismark?
Yeah. Master of Wolves. There's no a Master of Wolves. I mean, last person that did was killed in the den. I mean, there was that. Well, I mean, somebody was afflicted in that party from what you heard, but they had a cleric. Of course, they cleaned it up. There's nobody else.
Whoever that is.
Yeah, whoever that is.
But this isn't something Ismark's been hearing rumors of or tracking since his time near Trent.
In his time near Trent, your main thing was to like find it. This is the first time of actually having some sort of hint towards what it actually is.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we need to follow this wherever it goes. It's dangerous.
I agree.
Kilgore, you spoke to them before. Can you
Hello.
do it again? And get directions?
I suppose so. I'd prefer to take time to channel the spell than rather cast it again. My magic is quite limited.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I understand that.
I tried to ask them, but sadly I do not speak wolf.
Well, the next time I cast a spell, I can try to teach you the language, but I think it would take upwards to a year to do that. Do you have
Yes, I'm
time?
not. No. I'm
Are you
afraid I
busy
do
later?
not. Yes.
With what?
Telling you the stories of Barovia?
Good point. Perhaps I should cast a spell.
My favorite part about Kilgore is that, much like myself, he has an attention span of "ooh, shiny."
I'm trying so hard to interact, guys. I'm doing it. I'm so
You're doing
proud.
You're doing
great.
amazing.
You're doing
Alright,
great.
not to throw shade at everybody else, but Kilgore is my favorite character right now.
Oh, absolutely. No shade thrown whatsoever.
No.
I've been working on his personality like all day, and it's
This
I'm
is
loving it.
wonderful.
So wait, are you ritualing it, Kilgore?
Only
Does
if
that
we
make
have time.
if so, Ismark's gonna go poke around in the den, the just evacuated den.
I don't think it's evacuated. I think they pulled in there.
No,
Oh,
it is evacuated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had left
Oh.
to go to a different den. because it's been compromised and has sense of humans. And
Yeah, Ismark will go poking around in there.
As you move off, you mind if I
roll
join you?
investigation. Mind if you what?
Mind if I
No,
join you?
not at all.
All right, thank you. I'm curious. I've never been inside Wolf's Den, as far as I know.
Well, come on in. This is one of the
Cadmus
best
follows.
ones to go into. It's empty.
I kind of figured that part.
Bella is going to return to flying in circles above the group, watching for anything.
All right. All right, you're up there. You also, I want you to roll me a perception with your special. With advantage.
Okay.
Now, listen, what'd you say, Cadmus?
Cadmus, yay.
This is what you want to be looking for. Blah, 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 blah. Me helping you investigate.
Oh, all right. All right. So, are you assisting me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's either a 5 or a 7. So, so that is a 12 total.
Bones, small paw prints, and yeah, that's all that's here.
Standard wolf den stuff.
Well, I mean, not to Barovia, but yeah, definitely standard here.
Okay. That was good, Cadmus. You have a keen eye.
Oh, thanks. I've not entirely sure the right response. I was going to say born with it, but that I have a feeling that you don't mean the eye itself. I have a feeling that you. Sorry, I'm rambling.
Please continue.
Hang on one. I've been meaning to remember to do this every now and then because it's good to. As we're in there, he takes you see a small glyph of like an eyeball appear in his hand, and he expands it, and it seems to coat his entire body, which glows a bit brighter as I cast detect magic. And you see his eyes flare, just to ensure that there's nothing here.
Yep. Nothing here.
All right. All right. Yeah, there's nothing of that type of interest.
You okay, friends? You had a little thing.
Oh,
happen.
yeah. This sorry. I deal with spells a lot, and this is one that allows me to
Okay.
the best way to describe it. See spells, or well, not just spells, but you.
Ismark starts walking away.
I've been talking too much again. Okay, and Kedma slowly follows.
All right.
Is Ismark's cabin on the way back to Trent?
Yeah. It's only gonna take a quarter of a day or 3/4 of a day.
Well, let's stop by my homestead on the way back to town.
Forgive me, I've spaced out for the past while. We're going to your homestead?
I'd like to.
Yes, very well.
Good.
All right.
Ismark starts walking.
All right, y'all. Everyone heading back home.
Were we not waiting on Kilgore to cast something?
Oh, were we?
I've just about finished.
Ismark turns around, comes back up the hill a little bit.
Tick, 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 tock, tock. It happens.
Like over the
There you go.
course of Kilgore, sitting down and performing the ritual of casting the spell, you notice like flowers start to bloom out of the ground around him, and they're quite a variety in sort of a circle around him.
Nice.
Well, I think that just about does it. Do you know where they are? The wolves, that is.
I can take a look. Bella, care to join?
Sure.
And some of the air around Ismark will kind of go like static, like as if there's like a electrical energy around him, and like wisps of wind will begin to form underneath him as he starts lifting off the ground.
Oh my.
And he'll start trying to locate the wolves from above.
Nice.
Can everybody else fly?
No. That's interesting.
I'm much more comfortable in water. It's certainly not a form of flight, though.
I love water. I'm a big fan of fishing.
Indeed.
I suppose I could fly, but my arms are quite tired. So I will simply walk.
Inspiration.
Mr. DM, are you doing
Yes.
your fancy inspiration?
Okay, so I need to be more giving out inspiration more often. So what I'm going to do, I've taken this from somewhere. Essentially, it's going to go up, right? It's going to start from a D4 to a D6 to a D8, 12, or, yeah, 4, 8, no, how did I want to do it? I'm bad at
Take your
this.
time.
4,
Take your time.
6, 8, 10, 12, 20. It goes up all the way to the 6th integer. I might remove a step. So you'll start at D4. If I give you inspiration again, it'll go up to D6. If you want, you can add it to your roll. And if you want just a for sure hit, you can take half rounded down. So for a D4, 2, for a D12, 6. And then we'll just keep going on from there.
So every time I get an inspiration, it increases by 2.
Yeah, it was essentially the next die level. Do you have a full set of dice?
Yeah, like
I
7
don't know
stages.
dice.
Is there 7 stages?
But I understand what you mean.
Well,
No.
7 might include percentile.
Yeah, I think so. So it goes up to max of 20. Dave right now has a special one. Because it was his birthday.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Which is automatic D20.
Oh, okay. I've got a full inspiration right now.
Right.
Okay.
So yeet. And then once you use it, it goes back down to nothing.
All right. I made like a thing, like other resource thing, and that's what I'm gonna keep track of.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Nice.
So I put in a D4. Now what was I doing? I think I'm Kilgore IRL.
I think Bella and Ismark were gonna try to locate the wolves so you could try to talk to them, right? What we're trying to do?
But we had to find the wolves first.
All right. The 2 airborne individuals are going to find it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll me.
I'll help you, Bella. This is what you're looking for, to track some wolves.
I wonder why you're doing that, Dave. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll with advantage, Semi.
What am I rolling?
Investigation.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I have a special thing for this, which is very nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, this is a +1, so 15.
All right, yeah, you track them down. They hadn't gone far, but you do see that there are now like little ones with them.
Aww.
Purpose.
When as soon as Bella spots them, Ismark will beeline back for Kilgore to give them directions.
Bella will stay following the pack.
All right, y'all head back, pick up everybody, and y'all meet up with BB.
Are they still there?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Kilgore, you're up.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Kilgore.
Oh.
Be careful. They've got pups with them. They might be protective.
Oh, how lovely.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait to meet them, too.
Okay.
I will walk up.
All right.
Hello, friends.
Hey, hi. What did you need?
So sorry to intrude again, but I have a very, very important question to ask you.
Please, yes, of course. What is it?
What is your name? I didn't ask.
Oh, I'm Deborah. I am Deborah.
Oh, Deborah, what a lovely name. My name is Kilgore, but I think I told you that already.
Yes. I did. You know, it's tough because you don't usually interact with other people. You just bite them to stay away. You know, if they keep intruding, you know, you gotta
I
do.
completely understand that, yes.
So, sorry.
Your
I
home
didn't
is
give you my
just as
name.
valid.
This is interesting. Never experienced this before.
Oh. Well, I'm glad to have shared this experience with you.
Was that all? Did you?
No, it wasn't. You see, my friends here wish to know about the location of that, bipedal wolf clan.
Oh,
I think they want to strike up a conversation.
You need to go to Elderon. It's north of Trent. A little bit more densely populated, more activity. We're trying to get away from there. Nothing good, but staying away from the grasping desert.
Desert.
It's a desert.
But that sounds like a smart idea. You never know what poachers may be out there.
Yeah. I'm just very, well, I'm hopeful that, you know, we can get away from that group. But
do you not get along?
We don't need protection. We can live on our own. We've done it before. I don't understand why they need to be more powerful or whatever. But yeah, no, it's just tough.
I understand. Well, if you need help with anything else, such as food or anything, I'd be happy to oblige. I could come back later after I go fishing.
I know you mean well, but we need to keep our
Yes.
senses keen. Can't be relying on kindness from everyone, especially when your own kind won't even look at you anymore. You see this distance that something had happened between the two groups, that this kind of split happened. That there's probably something more to it that Deborah isn't letting on, but yeah.
Deborah.
Yeah.
You know we are friends, right?
You've said that a bunch. See, personally, I only know family, you know?
Oh, I very much so understand that, though I don't personally know my family.
Interesting.
But you can tell me anything. I can see it in your eyes. You've experienced something painful.
We used to be a bigger pack. And the wolf kind of pauses. By the way, everyone, you just hear Kilgore go, ooh, and then Wolf go, ooh. Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy, I put points into charisma for this exact reason.
Yo.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So, the genuine feeling of you actually asking this individual, Deborah goes kind of like, listen, and you kind of, Deborah's like, if you do find them, if you see, and then she kind of like with their paw, kind of like scratches at like this like kind of right thigh, and shows like this weird kind of marking where it looks like a star on the right thigh. Like, if you see this marking, and if you can find him, my brother was taken in, and he's just in the wrong crowd.
your brother?
Yeah, my family.
What's your brother's name? What does he look like? Well, other than a wolf.
Well, he'll have a star on his thigh.
Oh, yes.
And
well, the rest?
The rest, what do you mean? Like the rest of his body?
The rest of the wolves. I imagine there's more.
Yes, but I don't know if they'll get to them and then she kind of like nudges, like grabs something and drops like this weird bone that looks kind of concave, almost like like it's hollow in the middle, but it has kind of these edges. It's like, if you go to him, God damn it, Keller, sorry. If you go to him and give him this, he'll know it's from me, but I don't think I got pull from anybody else. They're very much into taking back what's theirs.
I see. I'm greatly sorry for your loss, Deborah. I will definitely investigate this.
Yes, okay. But they're near Elderon.
Yes. I will pocket the bone she gave me.
Okay.
And what was his name again? Sorry.
Deborah? Oh, the kid. Oh.
That's your name, silly.
Yes, I'm sorry. His name is Kit.
Kit.
Yep.
Well, Deborah, I hereby promise you I will return Kit to you.
Before Deborah leaves, Deborah says, like, hey, I know you can talk to me, but just if you howl and kind of like, you kind of stop hearing, like, in the like, your magic kind of like, she's purposely howling now, and she goes like, and she gives you like a tune, and I'll do it later when I don't have a mic, I'll find some sort of tune, and like, that'll be our signal, so I know it's you and I don't kill you for encroaching on our territory.
I understand, though I think it would be pretty hard to mistake me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. Well.
Oh, one last thing, Deborah.
Yes.
I'd like you to meet my friend, Bella. She's very interested in learning wolf.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
Do I notice them looking up at me?
Yeah, they're looking at you.
I look right at you, yeah.
I'm going to slightly shuffle and turn away from that group in the tree.
She's shy, but I suppose we will be off I should inform them of where I will be going next.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you, Deborah, and stay safe.
Of course.
Well, my friends, I've learned a lot from Deborah.
Well,
Deborah is
out
my
with it.
Oh my. Well, my good friend Deborah here told me she's missing one of her family members, Kit. He's been taken by this opposing clan, and they don't exactly treat him well. And they're planning to expand their territory. They're just outside of a town, as I click on the map, Elderon.
Up towards the northwest, towards Ithaca.
Yes.
What else? Don't leave anything out.
She doesn't think it's possible to teach Bella Wolf.
That is fine. I don't think that is relevant at this time.
Okay, when I say don't leave anything out, I mean like anything relevant to what we may need to know. Which is like any information about the other wolves, perhaps.
Potentially that they're quite dangerous. As I
Is
said,
there
they're
anything else?
They're planning to expand their territory, perhaps even attack people.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing something.
I feel like
I don't know if you are.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was in character for Ismark to really try to make sure you're sharing the pertinent details.
Right. I think I got everything. Like,
yeah, I think you did too.
I'll be real. I think you did too, but I always second guess myself.
Yeah. They're dangerous. They've got Kit, and they're just outside of. Look at the map.
Elderon.
Did your wolf friend describe what her missing packmate looks like?
Oh yes. She explained that they have some sort of ritual symbol. It's sort of like a star. It's a bit more detailed than that, but it may be on his thigh. And she gave me this bone. It will help me identify them.
Okay. Ismark turns towards Kai and says, "You're from around here? You know anything about Elderon?"
DM, I defer to you.
Hi, it's me. I am Kai's conscious of memories at this point.
Sorry.
Kai knows that Elderon's a much bigger place than Trent. Kai is not Kai. Elderon is the kind of a bigger city, kind of more like densely populated because it is like people who are trying to get into Ithaca. Ithaca is a restricted area. Not many people get to go into Ithaca. People who need to get into Ithaca are individuals who have something to share and something cool. And if you don't got anything cool, Ithaca doesn't want anything to do with you. Okay? So people are there trying to do rudimentary inventions and trying to show the next new thing. It's not all about just technology. It's also about fighting styles and art and agriculture. Like if you can find it, if you can figure it out, and it's new, Ithaca wants you.
So Elderon is like the staging grounds to try to earn your way into Ithaca.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was all in Kai's voice.
That's what I know of Elderon. I've been there a few times myself for, shall we just say business? We'll just say business for the time being.
Interesting. Your voice changes when you go in when you search deep in your memory like that.
It's a bit of a tick of mine, and I apologize for that.
Oh no, it's honestly kind of interesting.
I'm glad you're willing to analyze me.
Well, what should we do from here? Ismark, do you want to continue back to your homestead?
I'd like to make a stop. Yes. If we are to journey towards Eldoron, I'd like to stop at my homestead.
All right. DM,
Yes.
on the map, where are we in relation to Trent?
Southwest.
Okay. And where is Ismark's
East.
house? East.
Mm-hmm.
At all close to the river.
I think so. Hold up. Sorry. You gotta look at the map again.
Take your time, good DM. The voice in my head. The rest of you can hear that too, right? It's not just
Yeah,
No, I can't hear it.
I have no clue what you're
Well,
talking
that's
about.
because you're not. Well, wait, no, you're actually smart. That's because you're not thinking.
So I am the crazy one here. All right.
So
No.
So essentially, Ismark's place is directly south. But since y'all went to kind of an angle, you have to go kind of east. That makes sense. Never eat sour worms.
Yeah.
So southwest, east. Yeah. Freaking Pythagorean theorem. Your teacher said you never you never use it. I just did it. Math.
You're making my brain dizzy.
Ismark's house is not anywhere near the river.
Correct.
Or on the way to the river at all.
Correct.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
It's not far.
But the river is quite far from your home.
Yes.
It's like another day's
Ah,
travel.
heck. I was hoping it was just a couple hours flight.
Nope. How fast can you fly?
50 feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You can get there in a little.
Very.
So from Ismark's house, it should be almost. You're making me do math.
I'm sorry.
You're good. Okay, day, 3/4, two. Yeah, you could make it in almost a half day.
Ah, fuck. That's still too long. Okay.
Yeah, it is quite far. But yeah.
Well, shall we start on our journey back?
Aye.
All right.
Find that agreeable.
Ismark will start heading towards his cabin.
All right. You'll head there.
You get to the cabin.
Mm-hmm. You'll get to the cabin.
Okay.
All
right.
Speed walking.
Ismark leads the way to cabin kind of tucked into the woods. Definitely the abode of somebody that wants to avoid most social interactions. There's several like flower beds growing on the outside of his cabin. And just whatever, like a line to hang your clothes on and typical cabin-y living in the woods stuff. And he'll look over his shoulder as he pushes open his door and says, make yourselves at home. And he starts kind of rummaging through his things and starts kind of collecting some of his stuff for the journey.
Are we gonna spend... Gosh. Are we gonna spend the day or night here?
If we need to. What time is it?
It's pretty
Yeah,
early.
what time is it?
What time of the day is it?
It took a whole day's travel to get to what's it called? To the den. It took 3/4, so this is probably like really close to night. Or
Oh, yeah, we can. It's gonna be cramped. It's only just me here.
I can sleep outside. Would you guys like me to go hunt for some food? Fresh meat?
Oh, I've got some stuff here, but fresh meat's always good.
Alright.
I'm
And I
alright.
shall.
I'm not hungry.
I could join you if you'd like.
Was that Kilgore offering?
Yes.
We can go hunting in different directions
Oh,
to cover more ground.
yes, that's a good idea.
Cadmus, I trust you're able to handle yourself here alone.
Sure.
Alright.
I'll keep an eye out front of the cabin just to make sure nothing approaches us.
I think I'll join you out front.
All right, thank you, Cadmus. Could use the extra set of eyes.
Amazing.
Ismark will start lighting a fire in the fireplace for like cooking and whatnot.
Gotcha. All right. Whoever's
Yeah.
hunting and whoever's helping, kind of tell me where y'all are at.
How far away from was the river?
Oh, quite far. Like,
Oh,
from his house, like a day's travel. But flight, half a day's travel, with 50.
I can't fly, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm just hunting for whatever is in the nearby forest.
All right. If you want to check, maybe there's some sort of like small pond. Go, roll with advantage with like the help and guidance of the person who's lived here, pretty much.
I could ritual cast locate animals or plants.
Okay, yeah.
Wow, that's
That makes
cheating.
hunting.
By the way, very shortly into the wolf interaction, did I realize I could have casted this to get us right to the wolf den. But I would like to try to use this on any sort of fish or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. What's the distance?
Within 5 miles.
Oh yeah, no. There's like,
Yes.
there's definitely one to the southeast of his place. One that's kind of covered in shrubs and is tucked away from prying eyes.
Oh, am I there already?
Yeah, it's 2 miles out, and you head out there. I want to fix. I want to get Semi's check real quick.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Survival.
Survival. I'm gonna guidance myself.
Okay.
Nice.
It's D4. 25.
Yeah, you hunt enough for most of your party, for sure.
Woo.
Was there anybody? What was Cadmus and Kai doing?
Keeping an eye out front of the cabin,
Okay.
making sure that nothing dangerous approaches.
All right. And what is Solomon doing?
He's helping Ismark in the cabin and kind of catching up. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So we're jumping to. Oh, I've lost the name. Kilgore. You kind of.
Yes.
You kind of follow your ability to find this kind of oasis with these fish, and you see that you get past it, and I want you to roll me a strength check.
On what?
You're trying to like push through this bramble.
Oh. Where are you? Strength check?
Mm-hmm.
21.
Nice.
All right, you're able with your strength just move aside this bush, and you kind of see like some of the roots kind of like pick up off the ground for a second, and as soon as you kind of goof past, the roots underneath kind of like weave back into the ground.
My apologies.
If fucking wind blows and it shakes. And you see like this nice, pristine. You can see all the way to the bottom little pond here. There's a bit of mushrooms growing, some moss on the side, a couple frogs, and you look up past it to the other end, and you see just like these animals just drinking from it.
It reminds me of home. Can I collect those mushrooms and moss and put them in my herbalism kits?
Yeah, so you may just put it in your inventory, and then I'll figure out what they do later.
Oh, I'm just gonna RP it. Don't worry.
All right, no worries. All right, cool.
What was it? Oh yes. I'm gonna pull out on my side. I sort of have like a hilt of like a sword. You know, like a what's the word? Like a sheath.
Yeah.
And I'll pull that out and unsheath it, and outside of it comes not a sword, but a fishing rod.
Okay.
And it's sort of like extendable, so you can like push it back in, pull it out, kind of thing.
Right.
But I'm gonna realize that maybe I don't have the time. I don't want anyone to go hungry while I'm going.
Gotcha.
So I will use wild shape instead. For the pond, I will turn into a brown bear.
Nice.
Though I'm not quite brown. It feels weird to describe this with nobody around, but I'm going to anyways.
If you were here, this is what you would have seen.
Instead of brown, he is purple. And he still has very similar horns atop his head. And burgundy. And I'm going to move gently as not to not disturb the other animals around me. And I will try to hunt for fish.
All right. Just roll me a d6 plus 3. You're able to catch 6 large fish here.
6 fish?
Yeah.
Thank you. I have like a little backpack on my back as a bear. I'll sort of pull it off and put the fish inside of it.
Nice. Backpack bear.
And I think that should be enough. If I recall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's more than enough. At that point, I return back.
All right, and you head on back. There's enough food for everybody. The fire's burning. We have a couple minutes left in our session. Is there any RP before I kind of like round it out?
Out front.
Yes. Dave and Joseph. Both.
What?
Well, Dave was raising his hand.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Oh no, I can wait.
I was just trying to make sure everyone was. So Dave and Joseph, anybody else? So I can kind of carve out the appropriate amount of time. Okay. Joseph, go first.
Out front, while we're waiting for our 2 hunters to get back, Cadmus pulls out a like a small bowl, a small wooden bowl, takes some water from his water skin and pours it in. And Kai, you see, from from the shirt pocket, that he has a small yellow porcelain crab actually crawls out and takes it and heads into the bowl, and is just kind of splashing around happily. All right, Ember. There we go. Told you I'd get to that bath eventually.
You have a crab.
Oh yeah, that's Ember.
Remember.
She's my second oldest friend.
Wonderful. Second oldest. Are you... Would you mind if I inquired about your oldest?
Oh, you just met her. She's out to hunt.
Ah, wonderful. I wasn't certain if there might have been someone else in your life.
No. Not that I know of.
Indeed. I notice you used some of your own water for that.
Mm-hmm.
But would you need any more?
Oh no, Ember, she usually doesn't take more than a cup or two.
Right.
Got the rest of my water skin.
Right.
But thank you.
Would you need any more for yourself? I'm more than willing to get you some.
I don't see a pond around here.
No, there's no need for ponds.
Really?
Indeed. Yeah,
Are you of a magical sort?
Not in the same way that many of our acquaintances are. It's... Well, look, it's more in the way that I believe you to be.
All right.
There's magic in our blood, not in the same way that certain casters have blood magic, but there is blood magic.
You mean when I can do this? And he snaps his finger, and his on his right hand, his index and middle finger out from them forms almost like a blowtorch.
Exactly. Yeah, pull out your water skin. I can fill it back up for you.
All right. Yeah, I'll pull it out, and it's like almost empty.
That's what I thought. Kai just puts their hands over the water skin and innately casts create water. And just fills it back up.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Like I said, I'm more of the fluid sort than you are.
All right, so you've got to tell me more about this You said Genasi?
Inasi, correct.
You got to tell me a bit more about that.
You're aware of the 4 elements, correct?
Mostly.
Mostly. All right. Well, you represent fire, and I myself represent water. I knew someone many years back who represented air. Then there's a 4th who will represent earth.
Huh. Interesting.
Indeed.
And because I don't want to take up too much of the RP time, I imagine like the conversation goes on for a bit until the hunters return.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes. Yeah, the hunters return. Hunters and or Ismark wanted to speak to Bella. So I feel like Bella was back first. Didn't travel as far. Didn't take as much of a swim. So yeah, go ahead. Bella comes first, and the fire's ready next to Ismark.
Yeah, I picture maybe like while we're cooking dinner or something in the cabin, as Mark looks over at Bella. It's like, so Bella, whereabouts in Barovia are you from?
Well, actually, I was born outside of Barovia.
A visitor
And
then.
yes, I ran into a friend named Stella who is from Barovia. She had a bit of a quirk and kind of believed herself to be a cat.
Ah, the Wachter girl.
Yes.
I see. And you say you knew Stella outside of Barovia?
Yes, she she escaped Barovia for a short time, and we met, and we lived in the wild for a little bit before she brought me back to Barovia.
How unfortunate.
Uh, I suppose I can understand why you would think that.
Was this before or after the Great Deliverance?
This was after he died.
Well, that's for the best then.
Yes.
So did you spend most of your time in Vallaki then?
I spent most of my time wherever Miss May and Mr. Knott were.
Ah, I see. Helping in some way, or
Yes, I was helping and they were teaching me about the ways of the world.
good?
Stella and them were really the first people I ever met.
You don't say.
It is true.
Wow, that's something there. Well, certainly could have been worse people to run into for your first, I suppose.
Yes.
And now you're here. How did that come about?
Well, I learned and trained under May and Knott, and I decided that I could be of more help by exploring the world and perhaps finding other evils to destroy or get rid of.
Ismark nods and smirks just a bit, but perhaps through the wild beard it would be difficult to distinguish. It seems, Miss Bella, that we are on similar paths.
Yes. I must admit, I did not ever expect that I would meet you, and I am very excited.
Oh, there's no reason to fuss. You know, they called me Ismark the Lesser.
Well, I do not believe you to be the lesser. You stood
Very well.
strong in a time of great sorrow.
That's what they say, but the truth of it may be a different matter. But it's good to have you.
I am glad to be here.
The fish is ready.
All right, all right. I'll go let the others know.
Thank you. Yummy fish.
You couldn't have left mine raw.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I'll survive.
Bella Bella will eat whatever is handed to her, as well as any of the scraps, cooked or raw, that everyone else will not eat.
Cadmus eats like about half or three quarters, and then yeah, and then gives like some of the rest to Ember in the bowl. Which, by the way, when he comes into he does just set a random bowl on the table, and inside you do see a crab just like splashing splashing
No.
around.
No.
What?
Holy shit.
Wait, I'm
All right.
confused. Wait, what? But hold on. Okay, so hold on. There was a figure, and
Familiar
that's Bismarck, or the
figure.
figure is looking at a picture of Bismarck on the wall. Is that what I heard? Okay.
Oh my
Gotcha.
gosh.
Gotcha.
That
Gotcha.
son of a
Gotcha.
gun. That son of a gun. We don't know anything about that son of a gun.
I'm so confused.
Who?
There, I'm assuming,
Jack,
I'm
right?
taking a leap here. There
Yeah.
was somebody running around Barovia pretending to be Arlen at a couple different points, I think.
Yes.
And I don't remember if they did it with anybody else too.
They portrayed Arlen, Ismark, and I think like 2 others.
Yeah, and at one point, as Arlen, they went and had an interaction with Ismark, but it wasn't Arlen, obviously.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's like all we know. Mm. Yeah, thanks for watching, Mom.
Have a good one, y'all.
Woo, bye stream, bye internet.
Bye bye.